Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and today I'm using the embossing folder of the month for January 2023. I'm doing some experiments and attempting to do some hot foiling using an embossing folder, and they've been off and on successful. This one I'm trying to figure out how I did this, so that will probably, once I figure it out, will come up in a future video. So far though, these are really pretty with that little bit of detailing on the black cardstock. I think having it on black where it looks really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a card and put some embossing on this little heart here, and then go back and do some foiling on it. The heart is from a die set from 2022, and that one is the Love Enclosed die set. This one was from January of last year, and it is still in the Spellbinders shop. I did take a look, and it is there again. Sometimes some of the club kits do get re-released, and I think that is super awesome. So let me go ahead first and just cut a piece of foil that's going to fit my little heart here. I don't want over foiling, so I'm going to cut the foil down pretty much. Just cut that so it's going to fit. I do have a couple of scraps there, and then I'm going to lay my glimmer foil on my hot surface here. But that is to heat up the adhesive that is on the foil, okay? And you always want to make sure that you have the shiny side away from your cardstock. So I've got it flipped over, so we've got our matte side facing up, shiny side facing down, and then the cardstock on top of it. So I'm going to let this heat up for a minute or two, and then I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine using the embossing folder. So I went ahead and put my embossing folder on top to kind of heat it up a little bit too, to try to get a better transfer. And now I'm going to take my somewhat heated up cardstock with the foil and place that into my embossing folder. Now what I'm attempting to do is have the raised edges be the ones that are gilded. So I'm going to place that up here in the corner with the well side down. Okay, so this is the side that has the debossed, which is going to cause the embossed edge, and this is the part with the raised edges. Okay, so I'm just placing that up there in some of those flowers. I think I want these flowers. And with a big embossing folder like this, you can basically do it any which way you want to. Now I'm going to put it back onto my glimmer system for a minute and let that heat up a little bit more with it on the inside. I figure the more I let it heat, but you do have to be careful, but I figure the more I let it heat, the better the foiling is going to be. So now I'm going to send it through my Platinum 6 on the hot glimmer system platform, and I'm using a heavyweight cardstock shim, hoping that that's going to give me a little bit better of an impression. So going ahead and doing that, and I'll take the hot platform back off, plug it back into my glimmer system. And I'm going to try to do a little bit of a sneak peek on here just to see if I got any kind of transfer, because I probably need to run this back through as a regular embossing folder to add a little bit more pressure. Did get some. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to also go ahead and run this through with the extended or universal plate system as a regular embossing folder, as a regular 3D embossing folder, not glimmered, and we shall see how that one turns out. I'm hoping it's going to add a little bit more of the foil, and of course give us that really nice 3D texture. So let's see how that does. So backwards and forwards, and just running it back and forth a few times to make it give a little bit more pressure. Okay. So let's see how that one turned out. And I'm going to say that this looks pretty good. It's not quite as bold as the one that I did, my initial experiment that got really, really good coverage, but I think this looks really pretty. Gives a lot of detail to all of that embossing. So now that I've got a couple of those done, let's go ahead and turn them into a couple of cards. So I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of my pretty heart here. And I think I'm going to put this on some black cardstock. I'm almost thinking I need to do something different than the black, but I really like the whole idea of just the black and the gold. So let's take a look and see what it would look like on, say, white cardstock, because that would definitely give it some contrast. So here is a white card base. Actually, I do like that. And then I've got some sentiments that I pulled from my stash. And I'm almost thinking just this. Just that. That is it's very simple, but it is very elegant. So I think I'm going to go with that instead of going with the black. I had initially thought I was going to go black on black, and I may do that for another card, but I think this is going to look good. Let's see what it looks like with this silver. And I'm thinking, got the same kind of vibe, so I'm going to go with the white background instead. So all I'm putting on this card base, all this is a side folding card base, not even popping the rest of it up. I'm just going to add my heart right in the center there. And then just gluing down the sentiment. Sometimes less is more, and this is one of those cases where I think it just looks so elegant just on its own. So that's going to finish up this card. Wait a minute. Do I need some? I think I need some embellishment on there, so I'm going to do that. You guys know me. I can't really leave well enough alone, so I'm going to add a little bit of shine to this, additional shine to this, using some gold sequins. And I think these came from a card kit of the month from Spellbinders a while back. But I would say use what you have. But I think that's going to be a perfect finishing touch to this. I'll have a couple of them tucked in right around the bottom and do kind of a line across. And I like these I like these sequence kits that have got multiple sizes. So that is also kind of nice. Gives a little bit of additional variation. There we go. And that is going to finish up this card for today. Thank you guys for dropping in. Be sure to check out this playlist to see some other cards that I've made using Spellbinders products. And y'all have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.